It's been a long week, right? Are you ready to wind down? Why not? It's time for the Wine Time Fridays podcast with Shelley and Phil. Neither are sommeliers, but both have a deep passion for life, each other, and of course, delicious wine. And now, here to talk about this week over a glass of wine is Shelley and Phil. It's wine time! Hello and welcome to another episode of Wine Time Fridays with Shelley and Phil on this Friday, January 17th, 2025. Happy Friday. Oh, episode 248. Happy Friday, Shelley. It's wine time.
Happy Friday. The football weekend.
It is. I'm wearing a Seahawks shirt, even though they're
Rams.
long gone. Yeah, the Rams are pissing me. I mean, they're doing well. Let's just get right into this episode. We're going to have a Chenin Blanc. It turns out we had drank it. And then we did get a Chenin Blanc from Naked Wines, but that was only a day or two ago. And I didn't really want to risk bottle shock. Plus, Shelley says she's not a big Chenin Blanc fan. So we will do that at some point because we should, Shelley, practice what we preach, right?
Mm-hmm. Maybe we do try new things. Maybe you like.
Maybe you haven't had the right Chenin Blanc.
I know. I liked the Chenin Blanc from South Africa.
Yeah, that was good. Ooh. Lovely. This is a 2022 Castello di Montepo Jet Rosé. And from Italy, yep.
It's Sangiovese based rosé.
We tried to find some info on this and didn't come up with a lot.
Not a lot. What's the alcohol in this?
This is got an alcohol of 14%.
What?
What are you saying? Yeah.
From Italy? That's big.
It's a little big. It also is pretty pink.
It's a 2022 also, so that's a little older for a rosé.
Yeah, a little bit, maybe. To health, wealth, and abundance, and gratitude, and romance, and
peace on earth. It's fruity, but very dry.
Yeah.
Some acid in it. It's nice.
Rosado Toscana. This is $40 at Wine Library, but they've got it now for $25. This came in the Gary V Wine Club with two other bottles, totaling $180 in value.
Wow.
And it's a $90 wine club. We should be getting our Gary V wines next week. Exciting.
It is.
We are doing kind of different wines because I don't know if you know this, 5 days from today. So
it's different wine day.
Saturday? No, it's not. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Wednesday, the 22nd, is National Wine Day. So we thought we would open a wine in honor of National Wine Day.
Really?
Well, we've got two we're going to open.
What a surprising thing to do.
Go figure that. That's right. So anyway, I'm going to go right into our Pilgrim's Market wine words of the week.
Wine words?
Yeah, skin contact. We haven't done skin contact, and that's kind of a big deal when you're making rosé.
Mm-hmm.
We were in the Okanagan 8 years ago, something like that. And we had, I think it was at Roche, we had a rosé that was on the skins for 15 minutes.
Hardly at all.
I mean, that seems like, how could anything happen? How could there be any color? And it was very light, but it was also very delicious. So, yeah, you want to say what skin contact is? Should be fairly obvious, but you know.
It's just how long you leave the skins in contact with the juice that you've gotten from the wine. It, and it could be a day. It could be 15 minutes.
Yeah, so they say the short skin contact, and I couldn't find out on this what it was, but a few hours, as we said, 15 minutes is up to a few hours. It produces a lighter colored, more delicate rosé.
Yes.
The medium skin contact can be 12 to 24 hours, resulting in rosé with slightly deeper color and more pronounced flavors. I would suggest, since this is Sangiovese, that probably is between that 12 to 24 hour thing.
Mm-hmm.
And long skin contact can be 24 to 48 hours or more. It creates a rosé with more intense color and robust flavors, and probably more tannins.
Mm-hmm, probably. And that's what they do with orange wine also, but they leave the white grapes in contact, so they get a little orangey.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So in Italy, they tend to it's basically the same thing, 6 to 12 hours, and then up to 24 hours for rosés with slightly deeper color. But they call it Segne. Segne? You know, I'm going to tell you, Martino's going to yell at me about this.
Oh,
Sagnee.
Sagne?
Sagne. Yeah.
Maybe.
Sagne. Anyway.
Yeah, he's not going to be happy.
No.
Sorry.
Oh, by the way, a huge shout out to Kestrel Vintners. Maybe this will make him a little bit more happy. They are our newest sponsor. Actually, I had lunch with Martino Wednesday of this week down at Seasons of Coeur d'Alene, where we had last week's episode. Everything all kind of tied right in. And so, again, we're working with some people to see if we can't get some Kestrel into this market. Other than just the lady in red and lady in white, which is what we used to only see. But I know they are making some pretty high-end wines. So thank you to Kestrel. Thank you, Martino. Super happy.
Thanks, Martino.
Yep. And I'm sorry I diced and sliced that word.
Also, you kind of diced and sliced that Castello de Montepo.
I did? Well, Castello?
You called it Castello or something.
I sure did not. I know it's a double L. Castello.
Okay.
Castello di Montepo. Jet Rosé. The T is capitalized.
Why is it jet?
Well, because it's what's on the label. Jet.
Oh.
And on the back.
But it was je instead of jet.
Jet. Rosé. What?
Why is it jet instead of jet?
Well, because I want to say jeté. That's what I want to say.
Jeté.
Jeté.
It's a ballet word.
And it means something. Jeté means something else.
Jetem. Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I don't know my French either.
Neither do I.
Some of the notes on this shows cassis, wild berry, grapefruit. I'm not really getting the grapefruit.
I'm not sure what I'm getting on this one. I do get some dusty stuff. I'm just not sure. It's a different rosé. It's probably because it's old style. It's old world.
Mm-hmm. So we want to thank Pilgrim's Market for being the Wine Word of the Week sponsor. They have been in business for 25 years. And tomorrow
is a big
20% off your entire purchase.
They didn't mention if it included wine or not, but they said entire purchase.
You heard it. That was the
kids.
That was the kids. That's right.
On Instagram.
They do a pretty good job. Actually, they do a great job of turning out some great content on Instagram. That's where I see it mostly, not necessarily Facebook, but I'm guessing it's there. They have two different Instagram handles, however. One is just Pilgrim's Market. The other is Pilgrim's Beer and Wine. So there you go. So yeah, go get your 20% off tomorrow. If you haven't been to Pilgrim's yet, go to Pilgrim's. I'm telling you, remember, Total Wine just opened across the street from them Trader Joe's. Thank you. Just open across I get those confused and I don't know why. Anyway, open across the street and everyone's like, oh no, it's family-owned Pilgrims. I swear, every time we go in, it is really busy. You can't find a place in the parking lot. It is very busy. And I think it's because it happened when they started sponsoring our podcast.
Yeah, that's why.
Without telling
That
Sarah.
must be it.
We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to get into some red, and we'll do Snow Check 2025.
Storm watch. Welcome back to Wine Time Fridays, episode 248, where we are tasting a couple of different wines.
Yeah, in honor of Wine Day.
National Wine Day.
National Wine Day. That's coming up in a little bit on Wednesday. Today's 17th. Yeah, I think we figured out Wednesday. Anyway, so we just opened that Rosé from Italy. And I actually picked this up at Pilgrim's, $23. Look at this. It's wrapped up. It's the Gilbert Cellars 20th anniversary. We had this same wine, the Left Bank, on episode 58, almost 200 episodes ago.
Almost.
With Sam Lang, where we tasted through, featured the 2017. This is the 2022. And it's got 66% Cab Sauv, 32% Merlot, and 2% Carmenere. Do you want to say why it's called Left Bank, Shelley? Oh, I don't want to rip it.
Because it's reminiscent of a Left Bank Bordeaux?
Yeah. Yeah, so you've got I'm going to rip it.
Okay, rip it good.
Thank you, Devo. The Left Bank of Bordeaux tends to be Cabernet Sauvignon driven, and the Right Bank tends to be Merlot driven. Look at this. Like there's tape on it. I don't know why.
To keep the wrapper on.
The 2022 Gilbert Cellars Left Bank. We do not need a wine opener for this. Oh, dump bucket.
Dump bill. Thank you.
Yep. We should probably do a rinse pour on this. Shelley, why do we do a rinse pour? Let's review.
Because we don't want any rosé flavor in that Left Bank Bordeaux style.
So, when some of the somms here in town and bottle shops and wine bars have this wine on their shelves, they think pretty highly of it. I saw that. There we go. They think pretty highly of it. And so we're going to give this a twirl.
Oh, you got it right.
I did. Hashtag cheersing.
Cheersing. That's very good.
This could stand to open up a lot.
A lot.
Yeah.
It is only a 2022.
And it just
so we have an older
open.
Rosé and a younger red blend.
Same vintage. Same vintage. Yep. One new world, one old world.
So
two completely different
Gilbert
wines.
Cellars is in Yakima. And this is from River Ridge Vineyard, I saw. And they're a pretty young winemaker, so I was surprised that you said this is the 20th anniversary because they all look like they're in their early 30s.
So Laura and Charlie Gilbert are the partners. There's one other partner. I didn't put her name down.
The other partner is Laura Schleck.
Oh, yes. Good job. Yeah. Yes. We are going to get these guys on.
We'll see.
20 years making wines. They started in 2004.
They're transitioning to organic.
Yes, they have a sustainable vineyard. So many wineries are going that direction. Okay. We love that big time.
And their head winemaker is Dusty Jenkins?
Yeah.
Jenkins.
Yeah.
Can't read my own writing.
No, you can't.
And they have an assistant winemaker, Carly Smith, who has some a lot of experience in Paso Robles.
Yeah, where's
Paso
Dusty's
Robles.
experience come from, Shelley?
I do not know. I didn't write that down.
He ran a peach orchard in Yakima.
That's right.
So
I saw peachy.
Yeah, so he actually knows that area, that region, the terroir, all of that, which what they called his superpower.
Oh, okay.
I don't have any of that in the notes. I just remembered.
And they are also a wedding venue. There are lavender fields out there and grapevines and a lot of pretty things.
If you are a winery that has a vineyard, why in the hell don't you have a venue for things like that? Because
most do.
Yeah, it is a really easy revenue generator.
I'm not sure it's that easy.
Well, no, you have to build up a following, that's for sure.
And you have to have catering and you have to have a big enough place for a dance floor, because you can't have a wedding without a dance floor.
Why do you shoot holes into my ideas for, wineries?
Because I'm a realist.
Oh, there we go.
This Gilbert Cellars does also make an orange wine.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. It's a Riesling and Chardonnay. It's something new they've been doing.
I'm pretty sure I think we've only had this left bank. Again, I love the idea of having as much information on the bottle as possible. You've got the varietal breakdown, as well as some of the notes: blackcurrant, eucalyptus, cassis. Suggested,
I've never had cassis. I think we're going to have to go find some.
Let's do that.
Yes. What's the alcohol in this one?
This one, the alcohol is going to be a little higher, I'm guessing.
It's Washington.
And we're going to go with the alcohol 2022. Talk amongst yourselves.
Maybe on the bottom.
14.3%.
Huh? It does
alcohol
not,
by volume.
It doesn't taste hot, so I'm not surprised that it's that.
No,
it's very nice though. It's going to open up really well.
I think it's already started. I can already tell in the nose. But a little bit about Bordeaux. Okay, they have laws in Europe, in the old world, and Bordeaux. You've got the right bank, which we said was dominated by the Merlot grape. Soils are generally clay-based, which suits Merlot. And then on the left bank is dominated by Cab Sauv, which this one is. And the soils are generally gravel-based, which suits Cab Sauv. The varietals that you can have for red Bordeaux, we've talked a bit at length. Mm-hmm. Cab Sauv, Merlot, Cab Franc, Malbec, and Petit Verdot. Used to be Carmenere. This one has Carmenere in it. Thank you, Gilbert Cellars. The white wines are Sauvignon Blanc, and Muscadet. Yeah. Did I pronounce that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. Oh, boy. My little brain hurts when I talk like this. All right. Before we took a break, I said we're going to do a snow check 2025. We look out the window today. There's a little bit of snow on the ground.
Leftover snow. Nothing much.
Nope.
Snow.
And it's not really.
There might be 30% a chance on the 27th. That's about it.
Yeah. I mean, we know we're going to get it. We know we're going to get a dump. It'll probably be 18-inch dump, and
in April.
Well, how about at the end of March, early April?
Why?
We won't be here.
Oh. I don't know. Let's just not have it.
Okay, fair enough. This is opening up.
Let's send it down to Los Angeles. They could use it.
They could use some cold precipitation to douse everything down there. We're going to take one more break. When we come back, we're going to do some business. Welcome back to Wine Time Fridays, episode 248 on this Friday, January 17th, 2025. And in the honor of National Wine Day, which is coming up on the 22nd, we have opened up a Rosé in a left bank Bordeaux style, called red, which is called Left Bank from Gilbert Cellars. I've entitled this Rosé, Left Bank, and a Daily Dose of Wine, because honestly, every day is wine day in our house. But we're happy to, shed a little light on the national holiday.
Some wines we enjoyed this week.
Yeah. You want to do these?
Rivara Insomniac, Tenimenti di Alessandro Viognier Bianco, Reader's Merlot, L'École number 41 Syrah, Domaine Chen Père et Fille Bourgogne, Pinot Noir.
You got the last one. Great.
I know. K. Vintners, The Deal Syrah, Black Stallion Cabernet Sauvignon, and the Freak Show Zinfandel. Oh, and one other, CB Chardonnay.
So, two things. The Black Stallion Cabernet Sauvignon, I don't think I'd had that before. I was very impressed. It was very good. Mm-hmm. So, just full disclosure, we're drinking a little too much wine in this house. And
on dry January.
Well, it's dry wine, and yeah. But here's the thing: I know we're both trying to kind of pull back a little bit, but when we open some of these good wines, it's like, okay, just a little bit more, just a little bit more. And all of a sudden, there's that much left in the bottle, and it's like, well, might as well just have a half swallow each, and then the bottle's gone. It's not a good thing, so we're working on that. That Black Stallion Cab Sauv was pretty good, and the Freak Show Zinfandel surprisingly good.
Well, that's good.
That's Michael David Winery. I think is David Michael Winery. We're going to get them on too because they have the most fun. I didn't say funnest. The most fun labels. Some things coming up. As we said, National Wine Day, the 22nd. The 27th is International Riesling Day. The 28th is International Syrah Day. What could we be opening up next week? In February, South African Wine Day. I've got a meeting with Jesse on Tuesday. I'm going to talk about that a little bit with him. And then National Rosé Day, only in Australia and New Zealand, but we can tie that into this episode also. That is on February 5th. I kind of let the cat out of the bag. What's coming up next week?
What is it? A Riesling and a Syrah.
Yeah, in honor of those days. Huge thanks to today's sponsors, Terraza Waterfront Grill, Naked Wines, and of course, our newest sponsor, Kestrel Vintners. They have 3 different tasting rooms, one in Prosser, one in Woodinville, and one in Leavenworth. Go visit one of those. Tell them Wine Time Fridays sent you. We're trying to get their wines here in the North Idaho market. In the meantime, just go visit them.
It's a good time to go to Leavenworth. The lights are still up and the crowds are gone.
Are we going to go?
I don't know. We're busy. We're very, very busy.
With a little bit of knowledge. With a little bit of knowledge, wine becomes a lot less overwhelming. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week with a little Riesling and a little Syrah. Thank you for spending part of your day to wind down with Shelley and Phil. Remember, you can listen to any episode of the Wine Time Fridays podcast by visiting winetimefridays.com or wherever you get your podcasts. And join us on our Wine Time Fridays Facebook page, Instagram, or on Twitter, which is @VintageTweets, for daily conversation. Until next week, here's our toast to you. To health, wealth, abundance, gratitude, peace on earth, and of course, romance.